Hey there, folks. How we doing? In the following video, there's some stuff going on that you'll find out as we go through the video. But at the last moment, I decided to add some other stuff to this video. In July of 2015, I ran into a situation. I was at a Home Depot near the house, and I was just immediately made to look up and away in the sky, and I did. And there was a cloud it was a cloud formation. You'll see it, but it wasn't a cloud. I mean, I looked at it, I could tell. It's like when I look in the sky, I see the crap that comes from chemtrails, how dirty the sky is and everything else. And it wasn't a cloud, it was some other kind of material. Okay, it wasn't even from here. So it was weird. Anyway, and then all of a sudden lightning, it like flashes of light. There's a couple flashes kind of like lightning, but no actual lightning. Flashes of light going on in and out of it. And it was already dark enough to where at this Home Depot the lights were on outside. Yet you could see this one cloud was lit up and staying lit. Okay, that's the material that was produced, that was made, that the cloud was made out of, was light. It was literally lit. So then I went inside Home Depot and I came back out, and then there it was, still there. Didn't hardly move. And I was in there a while. You'll be able to tell by how much darker the sky is. And you can see the action going on inside, different flashes. There was 3 different good-sized ships in there. They were not Drachk, they were other folks. The biggest part of the cloud that kept lighting up is a multilateral group. Some of them are business, some of it from different planets, some of them explorers. There's a whole group of different people there. So anyway, they were here and they were lighting up to show themselves off. And inside the ship, the main ship, they were really busy. The other ones were the other ones in the smaller parts of these clouds. They were ships that were there for one reason, that's to blow off illumination. You'll see the one I'm talking about. So you'll piece the rest of it together. But when you see the cloud with everything lighting up inside, that is not, well, you'll see is what goes on. That's something I added to the video after already, putting it together and naming it. Folks, love you. Enjoy it. Folks, they've been here for a long time. A lot longer than we have. And this time it's all put together. It's time for everyone to understand and know things, and they're making themselves seen here and there. This happened for a reason. Myself and someone else, another source member, are just watching it. She called me up from right down the street. She was at a Walmart and I was at a Home Depot, maybe a mile or so apart. She called me up and she said, "Do you see?" And I said, "Yeah, the clouds." And she goes, "Yeah, you're looking at it too?" I said, "Yeah." We were both made it, just told, boom, go look. But look in the cloud and see what you see. Okay. Love you, folks. Here's the video. Good morning, folks. I'm Essex, your janitor. I understand we need new trash receptors on the 3rd floor. They're coming as soon as they can. I can't modify your temperature in your cubicles so that it's 1 degree warmer or colder. Get over it. I'm so tired. This body is. My energy's not, but this body is. I've been up a long time. let's see, 7:37 a.m. Tuesday, November 22nd, 2016. November 22nd, 2017. Watch that day. I'm up to something. Has to do with our friends in space. Alright, didn't expect this. Folks, I'm like you, just a physical body with two different spirits in it and memories of their past life experiences and DNA with embedded data inside it. It's reactionary, not sentient. It's data that feeds us. The spirit that came from the planet receives it better. November 22nd, 2017. I'm seeing waves on the, water waves hitting the beach, but it's nothing traumatic like a tsunami. I can see the waves softly hitting the beach and then going down. Things get washed up. You'll find things on the shore. Bits and pieces of broken stuff. A lot of the metal used in the construction of different things that the ETs work with, different metals, are very strong, very pliable in some cases, but very lightweight. Some of them are lighter than water. You will see pieces of destroyed, you will start finding pieces, you'll already be finding them, but there'll be something important about pieces of alien technology, mostly structure, floating. And being washed ashore. Folks, I call myself your janitor because I am, and I'm really happy to be known as just that. Those of you that know me, the more you get to know me, the more you understand. There's more to me than physically meets the eyes. I'm different for a reason, and I'm finally about to do my job, and I'm real happy about it. My job is doing everything I can for everything to the best I can. There's no magical, incredible, original first being that can do anything and loves you. It can do anything, so that's why you still have war and disease and incredible personal injuries, financial, all the stress in your life. There's a wonderful magical being that loves you. It can do anything, and that's why it does it to you. Why? What? So many years growing up when I was a little kid, and I was involved in the Christian church. It's amazing all the stuff that was right in front of me, and I couldn't see it. Why? Everyone's had their original angels, running through their brains, telling them what to think. I love you, Herky. You want to come in, big man? You're the boss. You tell me. You want to use that bed out there? This one? The big, great big bed? I have a king-size bed. Herc and I sleep on it. He's got his half and I got mine until he wants more room. I love you, Herky. I moved your blankets around the way you like it on this bed. No? He really loves the floor right there. It's incredible. Anyway, when this body drops, I'm finally free. So's the female spirit that is planetary essence, but was part of Gaia. And they've had so many lives, and they're very strong that there's like multiple parts of them in you. It's the craziest thing in the world. It's really hard when I tell you some things. I tell you things that are just so far out of reach. Just like when you're going, when excuse me, please. When you're learning math, you don't go from addition, subtraction, multiplication, etc. You don't go from that to calculus, okay? You build up to it. The same happens as you're awakening, okay? You have to understand certain things and see certain things and understand what you're seeing and then grow from there. That takes a while. Sometimes I put stuff out there that's for some people it's going to be not time yet. Well, there was a time when I was waking up when it was not time yet for me too. Folks were like that. We're stuck in a body. We're not our normal selves. We're shoved in a car where they weld the doors and there's another person in there plus information in the back seat that is DNA that kind of pushes us around a little bit while we're trying to, three of us kind of, but the two of us really, but with the help from input from the third thing, that our body's actual DNA, the history that our bodies have, DNA have through lives. The three of us can't get out and we're just driving around. It doesn't stop driving until finally we crash and get out. Or the car falls out, falls away around us. I know what I am. I have not always been awake like this. No one has. Some people say, oh, she's always been psychic, or, he's always been this. You've always been who you are, man. You've always been you. But there's times of waking up when you're first in the body. How come your children go like this? They look around up there. What do you think? They're stupid? You think they're on drugs? Did someone slip some LSD into the milk? I don't think so. Better not. Okay, just calm down. Anything that abuses a child needs to get the shit beat out of it. Okay. Yeah, I have severe aggressive issues when it comes to something hurting something else. Anyway, forgot where I was at. I do that a lot, but I'm closer and closer to doing what I'm supposed to be doing, so my focus is on what I'll be doing when I get out of my body. I know a lot of it right now. Anyway, you all are so much more than what you understand. You're so intelligent and everything else, but while you're locked, while you're in that car where the doors and everything welded shut, you can't get out. It's you and the spirit from the earth, the two parts of what they call the Kundalini, and your DNA information in the back. You're stuck going through life. You deal with it the best you can, but sometimes that your co-driver there, or whatever, sometimes he's the driver. Sometimes your buddy in there with you is cool. Sometimes they're not. Sometimes she'll be, have some serious issues. She'll be female energy, but sometimes she'll have a little male energy in her too. Members, and as spirit breaks, as a orb of spirit that's separate breaks into two parts, it becomes male and female, but sometimes there's almost no difference in the break whatsoever. There's very little percentage when it breaks up of difference of male and female. Sometimes folks are like 47, the female will be 47% male and 53% female, and then of course the other half of it would be the same. That produces issues with sexual questioning of the bodies. It's rough. The more awake the more awake someone is, the more of an issue it is. The something I was trying to talk about is the something is the issue. That the bigger the issue, the something that you have, and trying to figure out what the hell's going on. When you're awake, you understand that, okay? And we have lives in other bodies where we have issues. Me, I'm just barely over 97% male energy, or spirit energy, whatever. I am spirit, but I'm talking about the energy and everything. Two of my female lives were Tomoe Gozen and um, Joan of Arc. I had issues, man. Both lives I was strong as hell and never lost until I was, captured, tied up, chained, and burned alive as Joan of Arc. They were even slick how they did that to me. Anyway, folks, you all have incredible intelligence and other stuff you don't have access to. As you wake up, excuse me, as you wake up and get stronger, you're going to find that out. You get to access more of it. This body is dying. When it's time, I'm going to take it the rest of the way. But it is going. My DNA, folks, is not even radiant strand anymore. So, and it used to be, radiant strand is when it evolves into something super strong. I mean, that's the next step of evolution. But it's, I really shouldn't say that. It's not. It is for some people. For those people that have source inside, it is. For those people that are soul or essence that have been cranked up, it will be. That happens to their DNA. But if you don't have source energy in you, I don't mean just the field going into you. That'll change you. That'll change your DNA and mutate it and evolve it, but it's just not radiant strand. Radiant strand is crazy ridiculous. That's why that's where these new super children are coming from. I told you about 7 years from now. Some of them be 7 years old, some of them be older, 9, 10, and on up. Their DNA is through the roof. Because it's got my DNA and other DNA that comes from very strong people that are just flowing with source DNA. There's a few real powerhouses coming though. Anyway, you'll see them. Most of this, you'll be aware of them. You'll see them. A lot of stuff going on. Be flying out it. They'll be out in space. You'll hear about it. 7 years from now, you think, well, how do we know about it out in space? Folks, you're thinking past, not future. Our friends are here. There's a war going on out there. I've proven some of that, just giving you a bit of information. Now, did I go there in a spaceship myself on a platform and take a picture of it, do introductions, and say, hi, this is Ta'ir. As you can tell, he's a 10-foot antid. He's not quite 10 foot. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm not, no, that's not there. But you'll meet him. You'll see. I'm not worried about lying to you because I don't. I'm not worried about something I say in regards to that being wrong because it won't be. What does a lie do for you? What the hell do you get out of lying? You toss your own honor. Your honor is maybe the only thing you have that no one can take from you. You have to destroy yourself. Growing up, I screwed up mine enough. But since I became aware, I don't go there. You can be wrong. That's one thing. But to know something and then lie about it? No. Folks, there's no greater way you can disrespect yourself other than hurting others. But as far as just between you and you, that's that's one of the two worst things you can do to yourself. A part of excuse me, a part of part of my own energy, what I am, came to me a few days ago, and I was supposed to put it in a video 2 days ago or something. This is the third day, whatever that turns out to be, and wanted me to talk with you. It's a golden coyote. It's what I am inside. It's source. All frequencies that exist in physical manifestation, as well as a lot of other ones, are what I'm made of. Well, then how come you don't have a wolf head? I'm not talking DNA, I'm talking about spirit. There's a lot of folks that ask what might seem like a silly question or a dumb question because they don't know better yet. That's ignorance. Ignorance by itself, when it's only in the beginning, is literally completely innocent. It's called unawareness. But when someone is ignorant, they've been shown the truth and they refuse to accept anything but remain what they want to call ignorant. They're no longer ignorant because they've already learned, they've already been shown. They're no longer ignorant, they're stupid. It's like these other people that want to be critics about anything going on with the metaphysical movement because they can't see anything of themselves and they refuse to, and they want to make a name about themselves because mommy, daddy didn't make them happy or whatever. It's funny, Freud was a perfect example of that, but anyway, these folks, I mean, they're nothing. They're, when critics give me a hard time, and there's not many, just when they say something, I don't care. I don't listen to it. Every once in a while, I'll be on YouTube and go to load up a video and something's popped in front of my face. It's for me to look at it. And sometimes I see these folks, they want to talk something, like when you Google my name, there'll be something up there or something, and it's so funny. I just look at them and all they are is flatulence. That's all they are to me. They have as much value to me as last week's flatulence. They mean nothing. People will run their mouth and say, this person's wrong about this person's wrong about that. And then when they're proven wrong, then they just ignore it. They never say they were wrong. Why they can't? They have no honor. They suck. There's so many, there's not so many of them, but I was going to just make a joke and say there's so many of them, we don't need gravity, but there's not that many of them. A person who can't do something will criticize others who can. It's normal. Don't worry about it as you go. Again, like I've said many times, and I've been saying this, waiting for it to happen. And other things had to come into play, and they're sitting here waiting to finish off. And then when Hercules gone, and by then the two other things that need to be done will be finished, well before then. And then I'll finish taking care of a few things here while I'm relaxing, and then I'll go home. It's amazing how things are with so many people. You were made to keep from learning and understanding yourself, to be able to explore the coolest thing in the world, who you really are inside. I've always loved Star Trek and stuff like that, different movies, any kind of, there's one, Dark Matter, anything that takes me away from what's going on and lets me relax, and I start looking at stars and, ships moving around. Excuse me, those exact ships are not there, but some of them, very relative, yes they are. Federation literally has ships that are very much like the Enterprise, not the first one. So it's amazing. Gene Roddenberry had information put in his head. A lot of people think that alien folks can levitate themselves, and that through telekinesis, and that children have levitated themselves while sleeping, thinking it's telekinesis. No, it's not. There's even one person I love so much, and he's just one of many talking so much bullshit. There's our alien friends. They literally levitate. Oh, I'm going to hammer someone in a minute. Someone I've done a lot to help. But anyway, they levitate tools, and then they use their minds to use the physical tools. That's how they do this stuff. Folks, they beam you in and out of their ships. They beam inanimate objects all over the place, from way out in space. Your chemtrails, That's one of the biggest reasons for the chemtrails. Keep them from being able to come in and out with stuff. It doesn't affect the Drachk and the Antids much at all. It's like a nuisance. It's like a little fly that's not even a mosquito that's just flying around. They have incredible technology. Sometimes when they want to, always actually, when they want to look at someone and check them out, they raise them up in the air, make sure that no part of the body's touching anything, and they literally scan the whole body. You don't see a beam, you just see the beam hit it, if you can see the beam. Most of the time you don't, but sometimes you can. And then it just literally levitates the body, and then it scans like a portable MRI. It's magic. No, it's science you don't understand yet. Back in the covered wagon days, if an airplane went overhead, they'd say, whoa, that's magic. No, it's not. It's simple to us. It's just magic to them. Some folks have seen some of the tall whites and others out in the desert, you know, floating. Well, they are. But they're not telekinetic. It's coming from their devices, anti-gravity devices they have on them. Their ships move on anti-gravity. You think they can't put something on themselves? I know sometimes it seems like I'm talking down to y'all. I'm not. I'm no better than nothing. I'm trying to push a point hard enough to break the ice that you have around you that keeps you from exploring some of the things you're starting to see and feel for yourself. Have faith in yourself, damn it. I got faith in you. Why the hell do you think I'm fracking here? That's one of the most important reasons why I'm here. There's 3 big ones and another one that's important. So I was here one last time, folks. I'm tired of this. 10.846 trillion lives, a little better than that. Yeah, I'm tired. I'm tired of the way creation's always been. This body's tired. You know, my energy's stupid strong. The more this body dies, the more I'm out of my body, the stronger I am. And if you don't think so, talk to some of the latest people I've cranked up. It's soft and easy, but it's strong. There was just a video. There was a one of the recent MME Metaphysical Mayhem event. The last time a few of us got together. I'm setting these up the way they're supposed to be. Okay. There a lot of people got turned down because we didn't have openings, but I'm keeping it like 7 people at the most. And the last one was great. We had 2 people there, and they got cranked up really strong. But we had 5 source members there, including myself. So, folks, this is a party. It's a lot of fun. I want y'all to understand who you really are. I want you all to understand I came here to start this stuff, and I have. But I'm leaving. I'm leaving it with y'all. My job is on the other side. The field is part of me. Lilly soon will be in it. And by 2020, these different spirit fields with 2 representatives, a male and female, from each one. Or with angels, is 2 reps because they stay male and female both. You're just going to run yourselves. And we'll be everywhere doing everything we can to take care of everything. Because that's what we want to do. I can't believe you want to do that. Well, that's what I want to do. Don't do it because you're not me. You do what you want to do as long as you're not hurting anyone or getting aggressively abusive. Aggressive arrogance leads to abuse. But as long as that's not going on, then you know you have every right to be who you are and do what you want. It's just enough of this crap about hurting others, though. It's going to happen everywhere else. So the other dimensions, especially the second dimension first, and then it happens It's going to happen here in the third dimension. Perfection? No, there's no such thing, number one. Number two, there's still going to be hardship in everyone's life. That's part of your growth process as spirit being in a body. And these bodies will be taken away to where you have energy bodies. And then you still have stress, so you still grow. But it's not abuse. 72 to 78% of all the abuse in your lives is going to be gone when you have these spirit bodies. And I say it's going to happen in 2,000 years. That's within 2,000 years, okay? Might even be 1,000. Who knows? I know what I am inside is really tired, sick of this, because this abuse going on in creation is a sickness. It's hurting everyone. And the entirety of what's inside of me, when it goes back into itself, it's made to protect you from that. And now that the original first being male and female are gone and the other big bad things, and they weren't, well, they were clean energy. Not even 2% negativity, but just arrogant, abusively arrogant. Anyway, they're gone too. So it'll come together for you, not just the people, plants, planets, stars, animals. All of you going to grow. Okay, this golden coyote. Oh, there's something else. Okay, the golden coyote. The coyote is known as the wise old fool. A wise animal, cunning, like a fox. It's like a big fox, a little more aggressive. The actual animal itself has to destroy other animals to live, like all animals do. Not all of them, but most of them, by a big margin. They understand the way of things. They look at what's around them, their environment, they learn how it works, how it functions, and then they apply themselves by putting themselves in it to become part of it, but moving around within it to do what they need to do to survive. Well, what that part of Arae's, the focal point of me, whatever part of me, that part of me was coming to me and wanted me to bring them up and bring up that message. It's time for you all to become awake and aware, blend into what you see, become part of it, because you really already are, but it's time for you to realize it, and then you become part of it, and then move around within it to get what you need out of life. Those things that satisfy you, and most everyone listening to me, you want to help people, you want to understand who you are, you want to know who you are. You have abilities, you want them. Everyone's been lied to by spirit or everything else. So I'm going to be telekinetic. I'm going to lift the building. I'm going to whatever. Yeah, it's all lies. But it doesn't matter. When you can see things and talk with spirit, you have no idea how it changes your life. I look at people in their bodies and it's just like, man, I got to do more. I've got to do more. And then, I'll literally get a piece of Lilly talking to me. And she goes, calm down, you're about to. I don't get upset, freaked out, but they want me as really, really, really calm before I get out of the body. They want me coming home nice and easy. Which, honestly, is a good idea. So. But you all have incredible lives in front of you. The Drachk here are really strong. After I go, they're going to get very involved in what's going on. I talk to them now. You think I'm not going to talk to them when I get out of here and I'm myself? I've told you forever that, whatever, for a long time, years. That they have equipment where they can read your energy inside you. The NSA has it. Satellites. There's satellites out there that can actually read your spirit plot the frequencies, the ones they can see, on a graph, like put in a computer program. It's almost like making a graph of it, and they see who you are. They can identify you in past lives, because this knowledge has been around for, let's just say, a lot more than 1 trillion years. Okay, a lot more, but let's just use that for a number. That'll let you know that it's been around. It's old hat. Everyone has access to it. It's like a library that you don't need a card for. They all know who you are. They can see who you are. When you look at the Earth with one of those satellites, it's glowing. Yellow gold. It's glowing. It's harder for them to get much of a reading anymore, because it's too much source and it's too damn strong. They have to rely on other stuff, but it's okay that, you know, they can still locate you and just see who you are. They know who you are through past lives. That doesn't mean they're coming after you either. Anyway, because of that technology, they know who I am. They know who these other source members are, and other people who are not source that are very much involved in this. Some of them have children coming. The eggs and sperm have been taken, where these children are being built, and without giving away everyone who's involved, you know, other, not human, they're outside of body. I'm sorry, they're off the planet outside of our immediate land, the Earth. And these will be the freaks that you'll see. That's 7 years, folks. It's not long from now. I love you, Herky. We'll grab something in just a minute, buddy. Hey there, Herky. Lay down, buddy. Good boy. Lay down, Herky. Good boy, honey. Good boy. Stay up here. I get concerned when Herky goes walking down the steps. Anyway, reason why I brought this up, in this consult, we were talking, having a blast, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, at the last MME, party, you could hear it over the microphone. I know I'm not playing this. This was, every one of these events is a private affair. It's treated just like a consult. It's not like, wow, look at this, whoop-de-doo, everybody can do this, Jay can do that. That doesn't matter. It's a private event. Those people have a copy of it, okay? Oh, I mean, they will. I'm trying to put that together. But anyway, and some of them already do. Good. All of a sudden, the wind went crazy over here, and I said, whoa. And I was real sick. I'm still sick. I'm going to stay somewhat sick, but I can still do what I need to do. For a good part of the time, I actually had a jacket on. But anyway, and that was evident to the Drachk. And next thing you know, there's a huge Drachk ship right here. The turbulence in the trees, and a good Herky, honey. I love you, buddy. Good boy, honey. The turbulence in the trees got stupid. The wind was blowing back and forth in all different directions. There was no basic flow to it. And then you could feel the energy field coming down. And it was the craziest thing in the world. I looked at it and I saw my dragons, and elemental dragons, flying everywhere in all different kinds of directions. And I said, this is wild. Good Herky, honey. Okay, so anyway, I said a little bit about what I saw, but not much. I said very little. And then I used these moments as a wonderful opportunity for family members and the two people that were there for the event, to look at it, feel it, see it for themselves. That's how you learn, not by me saying here, oh, I'm so cool, I can do this. That's bullshit. You need to literally be involved, open yourself up, relax, and come out. That's how you do it. I'm not the I'm not the world's biggest teacher, but folks, I've been killing shit ever since this started. All my life, actually, but I've been busy. I've taken a lot of hard hits. The brain can only be beaten up and fixed so much. You're not gonna, the other folks that are here staying with you, they don't have that problem. There's going to be first Arae, then Arae and Lilly on the other side. And when something, and remember, there's over 4 trillion planets with hundreds of millions of spirit in there having lives. Okay? They're literally dying, coming out of, there's a bunch of them coming out of body all the time. That's new angels coming in and other stuff. All kinds of things that have to be dealt with. It's like, why does Jay give away his money to, animals and people? Because I don't need it, and it helps them, and they're going to help y'all, everyone else. That's why it's the right thing to do. For me. Not for everyone else. Well, it's the same way in other areas. My body's tired and beat up, but I still have a ton of energy. But these other folks that are staying here, they're going to really help you. They're the really good teachers. And they will have nothing allowed to touch them except for at a moment's notice. And that's one of the new jobs of the animals essence. And they live at M66 with Lilly and Arae. I came here to get certain things done, and I have. Now it's time for me to leave and let the correct people take this over. And they are. Anyway, back to the folks. This is about everyone and everything, but it's very important for the human, all the physical bodies with human energy inside, to understand who we really are, what's really going on, why it's been happening that way, the value of the things we've done right, and the devastating effects of the negative things we've done wrong. But you also need to understand why that happened. So there are things that are just negative and want to hurt, but there's a lot of people that are not like that, and they were made to do what they did. All the things that were causing all these big problems are dead, and it's going to change. Back to this, the thing over here. I asked everyone to go, the turbulence over here, and it was strong. You could feel an energy. And I had, as soon as it happened, I believe you can hear it on the mic. I'll have to go look later. But the wind picked up so hard, but it wasn't just blowing one direction. It's going everywhere. And I looked out, just relaxed, looked outside, and I'm seeing all the elemental dragons, all of them. There's 4 elemental pairs, dragon pairs, and they are spirit mates, each one of them. Earth, fire, air, and sea, water. Not sea, but water. And then there's a 5th one that's the one that overlooks, protects them and everything else, and that's part of Arae. Anyway, then I asked people to look at it and see what they got. Do they feel something? Do they just feel the wind? Do they feel spirit? Do they see a ship? Do they see multiple people out there? What do they see? And almost all of them right away were getting, I see something like a metallic. But then I also see a lot, some beings, and a lot more than one. And then, so what does that make you do? The normal person, even the person that is already awakening, that makes you think, okay, I'm wrong. Is it metal? Is it people? No, you're seeing the whole thing. You're seeing that it is a ship and there's people in it. Everyone is so beat up, being told this is impossible. That was done on purpose to all of you. It started by the original first being male and female. And it was a system set up over here to keep you like that. Governments, religions. 1947, it was swamp gas. Yeah, it's swamp gas up your ass. It's unreal. You start hearing voices and talking about it, we're going to put you in a loony bin, take your money, tell all your friends you're crazy, and lock you up just where you'll never come out again until you conform to the way we want you to think. There are people that have severe issues in their brain and they need help. Not near as many as you have in there. A lot of people were tormented metaphysically. Kirk just laid back down. Anyway, oh, that's weird. I have an indentation going into my head. Hey, Herrick, I'll hurry up, buddy. Good boy, honey. I love you. So anyway, I looked outside, and I could see where it got dark, and there's some darkness, but it wasn't. I saw it over here, but I couldn't. It was over the roof over here, but I couldn't see it through the window. But there were dark clouds, and I'm like, "What the heck?" And then all of a sudden, I'm coming, Herrick. All of a sudden, it settled down, and then I could feel energy still here. But then the thing producing the energy and the individual spirits were gone. And then moments later, it was a very short time after that, that the event was over. Okay, and then all of a sudden, Eileen. She's on the eastern coast area. Okay, not on the water, but she's in the eastern U.S. She went outside, and she started seeing and feeling the same thing. She's really strong, Lilly energy inside. She went outside. She heard and felt the same thing, and she went outside, and she took this picture. There's nothing I love more. I love everything, but there's nothing I love more than my Lilly. I'm just leaving you with that, okay? People have said, Jay, if you're this and you're that, why aren't you telekinetic, throwing cars around and everything? What do you want to know, the fucking Bible? And then all the things Jesus Christ did, it's a pack of fucking lies. It's a bunch of shit. Man, it's unreal. Anything to promote it. Immaculate birth. It never physically happened. You have to have certain things in place and a certain thing happening for something else to happen. Like birth of a child, it takes male sperm, female egg. Come together, embryo, life. Okay? It doesn't happen any other way. Any religion that says there's a perfect, all-loving, all-forgiving God, and then any philosophy, all religions are full of shit because they say that something's better than you. So number one, they're full of crap. Throw them away. If you want to help yourself some way, if you want to sit in mud and stay there until it literally hardens and you're stuck in it, you're welcome to it. That's your issue. Don't expect to be coming back having a lot more lives either, because that's not going to happen either. Creation's getting cleaned up. That can be fixed is being cleaned and fixed. That can't is either being set aside. If it's not too much of an issue, it'll be set aside where it can have its own life, as long as it's not aggressive towards anything else. Anything that wants to maintain aggressive arrogance, see ya. Gone, deleted permanently from existence. Change is coming, folks. Lilly was called the Great Seductress. What you people calling Lilith? Lilith is the main body that it came from. Her heart energy is the strongest part of her, and it's all heart. Is Lilly. Lilly, the number 2 tiger lily on this planet, for this planet, number 2 focal point of Lilly, tiger lily. She was the red Eve, and what's inside me, the primary focal point of Arae, was the red atom. And the first time we came here, it was 10.572 million years ago. I came down here, and within 48 hours, tiger lily was here in body. Now, take a look at that big black cloud. What do you get? Do you get like atmosphere changes? When you look at the cloud, look at it. What does the cloud mean to you? Look inside the cloud, see if there's anything there. Okay, take your time and go ahead and pause this video if you're looking at it, okay? And when you're done, just come on back. Okay. It's all the time we need to waste to set aside for that. It's not wasted at all. Inside that ship, I'll tell you what, I'm going to tell you what it is now, so here's another chance to pause. Okay. Inside, that was already said of ship, but inside that cloud, there's a ship, there's beings in it, and then you look to see what kind of beings are in there. What kind of beings are in there? Okay, pause time. Okay, on pause. It's Drachk. It's the same ship that was right here. Poof. That's an energy field that's over there. It's like Eileen, when she was looking at it, what do you get? She goes, I got immediately protection. And that's what it was, is protection. The Drachk, they know what I am inside. Arae's primary focal point. They look at me and they see the energy inside me. They understand it is from the very beginning. In one of my other videos, I talked about being Arae and Lilly being the red atom and Eve. What I forgot to say, and folks, I'm not feeling so hot. All right, so I'm screwing stuff up a little bit talking where I'm not. I'm like that anyway. It's hard for me to do what I do. And I have taken some really hard shots by the strongest thing there ever was running lives. Not as strong as Lilly and Arae, but I'm in a body. It's like going into battle when your whole body's an open wound. But anyway, there were 5 Adams and Eves here on this planet. There was Lilly and Arae, the number 2. There's Tiger Lily, the number 2 focal point of Lilly, and Eileen came out right after Tiger Lily. So she's part. She's from that second. There was the 2 of them. That's it. That came out. And then me, what I am inside, Arae's primary focal point. We were the red Adam and Eve here on this planet, and then there were 4 others. There was Tan, from the desert. The skin color's made from the desert. Red Adams and Eves, it was from Atlantis. All 5 times. All five of us pairs came 5 times. Okay, and we were basically the spirit mates. Well, Lilly and I are a kind of spirit mates. It's different. Lilly came from the strongest part of Lilith, and then Arae came from the strongest part of Aramelius, and Lilith and Aramelius were one. Their spirit halves. We're the strongest pieces that were in both of them. So we're not exact spirit mates, but yeah, we basically are. But the other 4 Adams and Eves, they are exactly. They came from Lilly and Arae. They came out. They vibrated. They came out as one orb of spirit. They vibrated and went into male and female. So they're all spirit mates. So there's the Red Atom race. The Red Atoms. We made the red race with the volcanic ash to make the red skin. Tan, it came from the desert. Martin Luther King was the Martin Luther King Jr. Our great civil rights leader. When he was here, he is the tan atom, believe it or not. And then there's black, the black skin race. That literally came from Africa every time, all 5 times, because 5 times in the history of this planet, each time that they came, in each one of these ages, we're in the 6th age. Okay, and each 5 times that Adams came here, the Eves and Adams came here to replenish the population of the Earth, as well as all the other beings that were here from all the other planets. The Earth is young. These other planets are very, very old. These other races are extremely old. Drachk being oldest, and then the Antid. So anyway, the yellow race, that came from around Japan. That has to do with all kinds of stuff. If you want to know, read the books, please, okay? That takes too long. Then there was the white race, which came from up north. It was up in the mountains. Again, snow. Cold, snow. That's part of white skin. Why do you think white people usually have less of a problem with it than others? Red, white, yellow, tan, and black. That's it. We've all had lives in all skin colors. Prejudice is a sick thing. It's a joke on yourself. Those that are prejudiced, but we're pushed in that. It was a tool to keep us at each other's throats, to build up more frustration, more harassment, harder lives, and get the energy to build, to your frustration to build more, to get your energy to grow bigger, to beat it up more, so when it comes out of the body, it grows larger instead of just a little bit. It grows a lot more. And that was so that when 2012 came, then there were all these other new universes that the biggest soulmate's going to be put there together, and then they were going to release a third of their energy to make new souls. So they wanted more souls, so they beat everything up, and then it releases more energy. And then they have more praise machines. It's all sick and stupid. Again, it's all in the books, folks. There's a lot of new people coming. That's why I do this. Okay, I'm not trying to drive you all nuts. This is book number 2, Creation. It's Journey Evolving into Paradise. This is after it was made, after the basic things started happening. This is all the action going on. Okay, it's a pretty decent size, over 400 pages. This is the first book, Creation. It's beginning and your origin. Where do you come from? The first being what everyone's been calling God. And then for help waking up, rune books. The rune book, excuse me. It's got different pictures in it. Okay, explains the different symbols. This is the Elder Futhark and a hell of a lot more. And then also, I made these cards. The Elder Futhark is in here, but all the other stuff, folks, it comes from me. Stuff comes from other planets and everything else. Different images I've used before. Uni Asui. It's relative to Earth's history. Mathurus. That had to do with a place. As soon as I got that name and saw it, it's Storehouse of Knowledge, and I'm like, okay, that's crazy. And I said, damn, there's a place Mathurus, and I'm getting ancient times. Had a life there. So anyway, I Googled it, and then it was like a place around India or something that's known for ancient knowledge. Anyway,
That also helps you wake up. All your different energy centers in your body are in there. Okay, you can pull those out and be with your friends and actually just take the different, people call it chakras, it's energy fields, whatever you want to call it. You can call it LMNOP, doesn't matter. You pull them out, and when someone pulls it out, then he says, okay, then he says, we're going to all use the scanner to try to see something, and then he can say, go here to see this, and then everybody try to go there and see what you see. And then the next person pulls pineal, says fire up the pineal, so then we said, okay folks, we're going to go see pineal, and I want everyone to go look at this, and then everybody goes look at that. Different people are in different stages of waking up. There's no such thing as first or last. There's only the importance that it happens. Different people wake up at different times for different reasons. Don't worry about it. Just keep going. When multiple people look at something and you see different things, no one's wrong. No one is wrong. The hardest thing about this is understanding the meaning behind what you're seeing. A picture's worth 1,000 words? Bull crap. How about 10,000, 100,000? Like I've said before a few times, that Deanna and I could be in the back of a boat, or she lives around Miami. We could be in the back of a boat just chilling out and just have the, that would be so nice. I can't leave Herky for hardly a second, but if that were not the case, it'd be nice to just be in the back of a boat, big boat again, and just, say go through the harbor and look at this huge yacht. And I'd say, when we went past the yacht, I'd say, damn, Deanna, did you see that helicopter on the back of that yacht? Man, that looked like something out of Star Wars. And she'd say, damn, no, but did you see all the brass, the copper, and everything everywhere? They had 2 jacuzzis on there, like little pools. I think one of them was. And then she might notice something else. Well, we looked at the same thing, but saw different parts of it, okay? And also, when you see something as image, you're literally seeing something that you have to use present physical images you've gained in this life and use that to relate to what you're actually seeing. So that's why, people see things differently. Sometimes you see exactly the same thing, but most of the time you don't. Don't worry about it. You are not wrong. No one's wrong. It's understanding what that image means to you. That's why I did the other video about UFO attacks a truck. So we could go through it and you could look at it. And a lot of people said, Jay, I didn't see that. I'm not ready yet. And I said, no, you're ready to keep going. What you saw, look at what you saw, and then think about it. Think about how it relates. And I did it with a couple of people, and they're like, damn. I said, yeah, damn. You did see right. You just have to understand it. Folks, I can't make all this crap up. Neither can you. Oh, yeah. I said I was going to slam somebody. I'm not going to use his name. There's enough people that have said this. But something from somebody that I've done a lot to help, because he's really cool, but he's floating too far away. And he hit home personally with me with something. What I care about more than anything else, my Lilly. My love for her is limitless. I will use every single bit of power that I have, and not even going to touch that with y'all. You have no idea what the hell's inside this body, about to be free, taking care of you as the janitor. Lilly has been called all kinds of stuff, reptilian this, reptilian that, bullshit. None of you know what the fuck you're talking about. A bunch of arrogant assholes trying to make, oh, I see this, I see that. It's this, it's that. Want some good advice? Back off, my lady. You have no idea what protects her. In many ways, I feel like a failure because I haven't been able to live my format properly, But now that I'll be out of a body forever, I'll finally be me again. I don't hold on to anger and stuff like that, but I'm serious. There's nothing I love more. I love everything, but there's nothing I love more than my Lily. I'm just leaving you with that, okay? People have said, Jay, if you're this and you're that, why aren't you telekinetic, throwing cars around and everything? What do you want to know, the fucking Bible? And then all the things Jesus Christ did, it's a pack of fucking lies. It's a bunch of shit. Man, it's unreal. Anything to promote it. Immaculate birth. It never physically happened. You have to have certain things in place and a certain thing happening for something else to happen. Like birth of a child, it takes male sperm, female egg. Come together, embryo, life. Okay? It doesn't happen any other way. Any religion that says there's a perfect, all-loving, all-forgiving God, and then any philosophy, all religions are full of shit because they say that something's better than you. So number one, they're full of crap. Throw them away. If you want to help yourself, throw them away. If you want to sit in mud and stay there until it literally hardens and you're stuck in it, you're welcome to it. That's your issue. Don't expect to be coming back having a lot more lives either, because that's not going to happen either. Creation's getting cleaned up. That can be fixed is being cleaned and fixed. That can't is either being set aside. If it's not too much of an issue, it'll be set aside where it can have its own life as long as it's not aggressive towards anything else. Anything that wants to maintain aggressive arrogance, see ya. Gone, deleted permanently from existence. Change is coming, folks. Lilly was called the Great Seductress. What you people calling Lilith is the main body that it came from. Her heart energy is the strongest part of her, and it's all heart. Is Lilly. Lilly, the number 2 tiger lily on this planet, for this planet, number 2 focal point of Lilly, tiger lily. She was the red Eve, and what's inside me, the primary focal point of Arae, was the red atom. And the first time we came here, it was 10.572 million years ago. I came down here, and within 48 hours, Tiger Lily was here in body. And we landed in Atlantis. And I took care of introducing myself and my type to the other things that were in control here. There's a lot of beings, a lot of souls that already made bodies that were half human and half animal. That's why we came, by the way. We came to bring a type of a format of energy, a physical body that the spirit will go into to have lives. Now, there were a lot of other people coming here that had been coming here already for a lot longer from other planets, but it was time to start colonizing the planet, okay? So anyway, those that were half and halves, Lilly and I had to literally, I had made lower dimension, Arae's primary focal point, that's within me, literally, but it was itself. It made the red race, okay? Where are you at, buddy? This is a crystal from the crystal pit of Atlantis, okay? Where I got it, they were calling it the lightning crystal because it was exploded with lightning. Wrong. It was part of the crystal pit. On the crystal pit, every one of the crystals was transmutated from large pieces of crystal into another shape, okay? There's crystals that went like this, crystals that went like this, and they formed like a double upside down and right side up funnel shape, and then a hole going all the way through down to the magma, and then a little crystal on top of that, and then one hanging in the air. It used sunlight, and then it used the thermal radiation from the middle of the planet, and then it formed it in the middle, and then right where the two edges came like together, that's where these things were on the inside. They literally stabilized the two energies together. There was a huge war going on down there, 1,000 dynamics on one side, 1,000 on the other, positive and negative attitudes, they're fighting each other. It was a huge war, and then the pit was already blowing, just cranking up real hard. I was about 50 foot away, something like that, whatever. And then this thing, I turned around and looked at the pit, and it started just humming real hard, real loud, and from the anger of all the fighting. That's metaphysical energy, folks. So boom, this thing broke off and went flying. And I took a good step forward and reached down in front of me, and that's how far I was away from this thing when it embedded itself like that in the ground, like a little missile. It's got part of the red atom in it. It's the only reason I have it. She and I came here, and the whole idea was taking these other half and half, the animals, half animal, half human beings, taking them and bringing them down to lower dimensions. Lily's eyes are so. Let me finish this. Bring them down to lower dimensions, and then I put up a barrier. The red atom, the red atom put up a barrier. It's the primary focal point of Arae. I said me. It wasn't me. I'm Essex. This body was just made 7/27, 1955, Long Island, 4:37 p.m. And Gandhi, I died at about, a few years before that. I didn't have much time out of body. I never do, except now, just very soon. Anyway, so. I made the average primary focal point. I remember doing it. That's what I'm saying. Average primary focal point made a low dimension, and then these other Lily is so beautiful. And look at her eyes. Go to thespiritualfoundation.com. Okay, go to the console page. Look at those ladies' eyes. They're either part of a Lily or have Lily inside them. A good close-up, one you can see. Look at Moisa. Look at those eyes. She's Lily. Beautiful, beautiful eyes. When you look inside, you feel and see love. If you have love frequencies in it to where you can recognize it, you understand it because it's already part of you. That's why I understand animals and everything else, because it's already part of me. I'm not part of it, but those frequencies are part of me. As you look in the eyes, you'll feel the heart and the love in there. Incredibly sincere, beautiful love. That's what Tiger Lily is. And Tiger Lily and I, whatever, we made these bodies, the Red Adam and Red Eve made their bodies from their own energy. They literally used their energy, condensed it, pulling up material from the planet, and made their own bodies. Incredibly powerful. So she literally pulled everything in. She got everyone's attention from having so much love. And then Lily and Arae literally walked everything down, it's like going down a hill. And all nice grassy hills, and you get out in this beautiful area, everything's wonderful. And then Lily and Arae just turned right around, and Arae just closed the curtain behind them, dimensional barrier, and all of a sudden they all turn around, and it's like, okay, where's Lily, where's Arae? They're gone. And then how do we get back? You can't. They were brought to lower dimensions because it was not allowed for a male and female, for a human and animal to be together as one body having lives. That was screwing up with the natural process of things on planets, which is human and animal. So anyway, that's why she's been called the Great Seductress. Seductress. Because you look in her eyes, you see and feel love. Not because she's some kind of fracking demon. The Jewish folk, they go crazy with this stuff. It's wild, insane insanity. There's so many aggressive people in all the different religions. Religions suck. Jewish people say, I've had a lot of Jewish friends, especially when I was up north, and they say, Jewish people are God's chosen people. We're better than you. And I said, that's pretty funny. And they look at me like, what do you mean? Anytime I hear that, I say, well, because I'm a pretty damn good, race car driver. Okay, I've had real fast cars. I've made, port the heads, cut the valves, do everything myself. And he goes, what does that got to do with everything? Well, the only reason y'all could think you're special and God's chosen people, and what did he choose you for? I guess to be NASCAR drivers, because y'all went around in circles in the desert for 40 years. I guess that's what you were being taught, right? You can take anything, almost anything that's in these books, and turn it into a joke. You know why? Because it's crap. Anytime anybody tells you something's any better than you, say bull crap and walk away. If they want to cover themselves with that kind of manure, let them, but they're going to stink. Get away from them. So then, as these other beings would flock to her, because we'd have meetings, get together, we'd be out in fields. She and I would be talking. We were the new folks in town with these new bodies that were just ridiculous. We were telekinetic. Okay, we were literally inside ourselves, inside a body, no limits. We made our own bodies. These new children come in about 7 years and so, they're going to be telekinetic, but only because they are, not because an angel's doing it for them. Christianity, JC, turned the water to wine at the wedding of Cana, which they don't even say was actually him and Mary Magdalene. That was his primary angel doing that. He was freaking out. Mom, I'm supposed to turn the water to wine. And she goes, just do it. And he goes, no, I can't do that. You know, and she said, just do it. And he goes, and then here's the primary archangel doing it. And he goes, later on he tries to do that stuff and he can't do it because it wasn't him anyway. And he's like, oh, it wasn't fair to him. Whatever. So anyway, we'd get together and talk with folks. And they could feel her love. They could see it in her eyes. They could feel it in her heart. They could feel the energy, her love surrounding them. Lily said, I'll be free here soon, but I really am. And you will feel power, and you'll feel more confident. You're going to feel power in the air, but you're also going to feel energy behind you, backing you up. Support. Not you have to do this, support for you as you learn how to become awake and alive. And you can feel a ton of love in there. Shortly after that, that's Lily, folks. So someone recently said that she's reptilian body this. He doesn't know what the frack he's talking about. Dude, you ought to shut up on that. What I've given you, I can take away and more. You know who you are. Mr. S. Back up on that. Back up quick. Don't mess with my lady. Don't ever go there. You'll find out soon this stuff I'm telling you. As it happens, it's true. It's like, no whoopee-doo, Jay. I'm here, I'm strong, I saw it, I was awake before you. So what? Don't worry about it. I'm doing my job. I am your janitor. And I'm cleaning this shit up. I've been doing it for a long time. The stronger you are, the longer you're awakening. You see it for yourself. Well, I better go. I'm getting all antsy about this Lily stuff. When Lily and Arae first met, when we were just individual beings, when we first came near each other, two incredible powers just blew up. The two energies, the two spirits coming together, their energy frequencies. Immediately there was a huge wave of energy, a burst of energy that came out in different little waves, but all in one shot, bam. And that was the creation of unicorn spirit and dragon spirit. Dragon and unicorn are part of both Lily and Arae, but Lily is much stronger in unicorn and Arae is much stronger in dragon. Anyway, folks, that's what's going to be taking care of you very soon. And the Drachk that are here, the very first race ever made was the Drachk. That was a second life that Lily and Arae had together. And that wasn't here on the earth. That was a long time ago. Long time ago. So, anyway. You can excuse my little outburst or not. That's up to you. Doesn't matter to me much. Not much at all. Actually, when it comes to Lily, not at all. You'll see for yourselves. Excuse me. You'll see for yourself that the information I'm giving you is true. You You might not be able to see all of it, but you're going to see enough to where you'll understand my words. Excuse me, are worth listening to. Poor Lily's shutting my throat down, so I'll hurry up and go. I got to give her, he had his medicine, food with medicine, then he had a snack, and now he's got to have his main meal. Go outside some more. Those of you that know me and learn to understand me, that aggression that you're seeing there, that you just saw, when I have to actually go into protection mode, that was just pissed about stuff being said about the woman I love more than anything else. I will protect everything. I will give myself to protect everything and anything. But she's the focal point of my love. If I actually go in a protective mode as myself, that's what's protecting you. That's what you'll start seeing more of it. You'll see it when you're ready, when you're at that point. I'm not going to come around and say, look at me, that's stupid. And those of you that I'm really close to, I will be moving stuff around for you. Just little stuff around. And it's not like, whoopee-doo, look, it's me. It's like, I'm here. See physically that I'm here. I love you and I protect you. Susanna Torek and Sahir, they were just, they're out in Los Angeles right now, and they were at like a psychic fair kind of thing, you know, but metaphysical fair. They don't call it psychic, which is nice. Anyway, they looked at Susanna, this lady looked at Susanna, and she goes, you have Archangel Michael standing behind you, protecting you. Well, actually, it wasn't that. Archangel Michael is, you know, frozen, waiting for all this crap to be over with so he can come out and be his beautiful self again and go back to what he loves to do, protect. But she was seeing, that lady was seeing one of the new family angels. Susanna and Sahir are both family, source family. So we're all family, but I mean they're source from Lilly and Arae is what I'm trying to say. And she saw that these angels are 1,000 times stronger than the original ones. Very protective. Folks, things are going to change like you have no idea. You're going to find that your lives are going to be so much better. You're going to be meeting our friends in space, and then sometime later, maybe around 2080 or something, you're going to start seeing the Fae actually making bodies in front of you and then fading away. You see a little disturbance, then you start seeing glowing energy, and then you see a physical body being made. Shake your hand, and then it backs up and does the reverse. You'll have a lot of stuff coming. And like I said, none of this, there's no whoopee J. There is, Jay said something, and it turns out to be true, and for some reason, he just says stuff that just makes sense. And the other folks that are here, they're not all source. They're going to help you. They see, they understand, they feel. They're going to help everyone else wake up, and as you all wake up, you're going to help others wake up. 100 years from now, definitely over 40% of the planet is going to be awake. So anyway, folks, look, I love you. I need to go. I never intended getting so upset about Lilly, but I meant what I said. And when we're spirit, when we're not in these bodies, our fingers are no longer stuck in a socket. We don't have that continuous vibration going on. But we're very serious. And Lilly is creation's new mother energy. It's like a big sister. And Arae's like a big brother. But there's a real strong Lilly-Arae connection, folks. I'll just leave that to be what it is. Anyway, folks, I love you. Lilly does too, and she loves you more. She loves you stronger. there's more frequencies of love in her than there is in Arae. But Arae, they both come from love. It's just stronger. Arae's got more fortitude, and Lilly's got more of the love frequencies. Those of you that have been listening to me a while, you know I love you. You know, I piss off so many people when I end every video saying that. I do. Just like at church when they give a sermon, right when they're getting ready to, right when they're starting to hand out their little plates for you to put money in, they remind you, let us not forget it's more pleasant to give than receive. That's funny. Folks, I love you, man. Take care. Things are going to get better than you could imagine. But there will be some turmoil first and eye-opening stuff. And wait till you see the community that we're part of. First physically, our family in space, and then spirit. Love y'all, man. Have a good.